Let's do Toad. It's been a year since Nintendo released the original NES Classic, the mini version, which had 30 games preloaded onto this, but Nintendo kind of fell short in terms of expectations of how popular this item was going to be, and sold out instantly, really hard to get. The only way you could really get it is if you got it like the first day, which I did at GameStop. Otherwise, you had to pay $200, $300, like 2 to 3 times as much as this little guy was initially going for. And now Nintendo released their second version of that, which is the Super Nintendo, the SNES Classic Edition, the Super Nintendo with looks like around 21 different games, I believe, this time. So a little bit, not as many games as the original, but this time, which is kind of cool, I'll show you both boxes next to each other, essentially, the exact same size. Just one difference that you can kind of tell already is that the original regular Nintendo Classic only came with one controller, and then you had to pay $10 to get another controller if you were fortunate enough to get that. But with this one, they charge you $10 more than the original one. However, it comes with 2 controllers, which is kind of cool. Now, yeah, this is the official unboxing of the Super NES. I also have the regular Nintendo, so we can kind of show them side by side in terms of how small it actually is. With the regular Nintendo, it kind of fits on the palm of your hand, so it's pretty tiny here. So we have that, and let's go open this bad boy and see what's in it. All right, the opening is right on the side here. That flap here. All right. Now you're playing with superpower, as it says when you open it up. All right. Some more boxing in here. Just put that to the side for right now. Comes with regular manual, warranty information, how to plug in the Super Nintendo here, which is just pretty straightforward. It comes with an HDMI cable. You plug in a USB cable to power it. It's a nice little poster as well, along with on the back of the directions. Put this off to the side as well. Power point or plug-in for the the power little device here. You got this flops over, so it's connected. But you have the HDMI cabling. You have the power cable as well, and then the 2 controllers all wrapped up. And then you have the console here. So pull this over to the side for right now. We'll push all of this over, and let's start with the controllers here. Yeah, it looks like already that the actual cable controller is longer than the 3 feet of the original NES Classic. Let's see here. Yeah, and you can definitely tell it's maybe like 4 or 5 feet, because I'm 6 feet tall, so it's not quite there, but an added improvement. And then here we go, the controller. Feels to be about, from what I can remember at least, very familiar in terms of having the original Super Nintendo. We got the triggers on the top, the left and the right. Feels good in the hands, and then comparing it to the regular Nintendo, about the same size, and this is a very faithful reproduction of the original controller, and it looks like they did the exact same way with the Super Nintendo controller. So very similar to what you know and love growing up, and if this is your first time, this gives you a pretty accurate portrayal of the original containers, or the original controllers here. All right, got that one. And of course, you have the second one as well. Comes with 2 of them, which is nice. So you don't have to go try to find another controller So you can have to play two when you play Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart. You already have them you play head to head, which is kind of cool. And then everything that we wanted. You got the Super Nintendo here. In terms of sizing, it's pretty much taking up the same amount of real estate as the regular one next to each other. Then on the back is where you hook up the HDMI and the power. It looks like the reset button here slides up and down to reset it. You turn the power on, power off here. And then the controllers go in the front, even though if you look here, it's the same plug-in as the regular Nintendo NES Classic. This guy, I believe, from what I remember seeing, let's see if it, how do you just push this down somehow? How in the world? Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's on the underneath here. There's a little thing where you pull out and push it down so you can plug it in there. So that is the unboxing here for the Super Nintendo, the SNES Classic here. Perfect. Now let's plug it in and see how it looks. Okay, here's me doing a better attempt here at putting in the controller into the front of the Super Nintendo. One thing I've neglected to mention, this eject button doesn't do anything, doesn't push in, neither does the top where the game cartridge used to go in. Everything's obviously preloaded into this bad boy. All right, here we go. Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, F-Zero, Final Fantasy 3, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, Mega Man X or Mega Man 10, Secret of Mana, Star Fox, Star Fox 2, which is the cool thing about this is Star Fox 2 actually never came out into the stores, so this is the first time you can actually play the game, since it was always, there was rumors going around that Star Fox 2 was happening, but it never made it to the store shelves until today, which is cool. You got Street Fighter 2, you got Super Castlevania 4, you got Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Punch-Out, the Zelda Link to the Past, Yoshi's Island, back to Contra 3. So let's fire up Super Mario Kart here. Let's do Toad. Ooh. Okay, remember, if you hop while you're turning, you can do a sharper turn a little bit faster there. All right, let's reset this.